All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening to everyone. Listen, it is time for morning motivation, even edition, and I am your host, Dr. Dante, and I'm so glad you decided to check in with me before you lay your head down to sleep. Listen, you about to get an injection of the most powerful 30 minutes you probably ever had in your entire life, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Come on, somebody. Listen, I am your host, Dr. Dante, and we are in our morning motivation evening edition. It's 9 o'clock, so you know that's the time that we start. It's only 30 minutes. We're going to be in it, and I'm telling you, it's going to go by real fast. Listen, we are reading from the book Today Matters, John C. Maxwell. We are reading from the book Today Matters, John C. Maxwell, and we are excited about what we are hearing. God, he is sharing with us some principles, some nuggets that will really help project your life in the direction that you want it to go. It's all about your attitude towards your today. It's all about your attitude. Nobody else is controlling this but you. So come on, we're going to jump right in. We are on page number 75 of Today Matters. Page number 75. This is what he says at the bottom, number 3. I'm doing a recap. It says, follow your plan. Make sure you type in follow your plan. And after you do that, type in Today Matters. Why? Because yesterday ended last night. Powerful statements that we start our podcast out with. It says, I don't mean to insult your intelligence by suggesting that you don't follow your plan, but it needs to be said. According to time management expert Alec McKinsey, survey shows that most executives don't get to their most important task until mid-afternoon. Why? Most finished off low priority tasks so they could have a sense of accomplishment. And all of us have done that. We always go after the low-hanging fruit first just to say that we finished something. But look at how he does it. German novelist Johann Wolfgang von Goethe said things that matter most must never be at the mercy of the things that matter least. Wow. You cannot allow yourself to keep putting off what you know needs to be done to do the thing that you know that's easy to be done. You are literally holding it hostage until I'm talking about you're holding the thing that needs to be done hostage until you accomplish the things that really don't even matter. Come on, we need to make sure in this season, or the season that we're walking into, that we do the things that matter immediately. I am guilty of it myself. That's why I love reading these books, because it's helping me to get my life in order, helping me to make sure I get things straight and I move in the path in the direction that I'm asking you to go into. So listen, don't hold what you need to do that's most important hostage over you doing things that don't even matter. That's good. Here we go. If you prioritize your life and plan your day, but don't follow through, your results will be the same as those of someone who didn't as well, who didn't prioritize it at all. Just because you put a little list together, just because you start doing it, and if you don't execute the list that you put together, you're no better than someone that don't do it at all. You just put another task in place that really don't mean anything to you. That's good. Thank you, John Maxwell. Number 4, I'm on page 76. Delegate whenever possible. Listen, as a pastor, as a business partner, as an executive director for Leading by Feeding, another organization, as the board chair for Total Healthcare and the board chair for Turk House, I have learned to master delegating. Delegating does not mean you just tell people what to do. Help me, somebody. Delegating just means you get someone that's qualified and will probably get the work done quicker and will probably do the work better than you, because you're too busy to take the time to do the work the way it's supposed to. So what you're doing, you're going to make sure you assign it to someone that has the passion that you have to get the work done. It's good stuff here. Yeah, this is good. Here we go. I've observed that most people fail into one of two categories when it comes to delegation. They either clingers or dumpers. Woo! God. Clingers or dumpers. Clingers refuse to let go of anything they think is important, whether they are the best person to do it or not. Their goal is perfection. Dumpers are quick to get rid of tasks, yet give little thought to how successful their delegation efforts would be. Their goal is to get things off of their desk. Wow. You either a clinger or a dumper. That's what he's saying. You either cling to everything because you know if you do it, you're the only one that's going to get it done the way you want it to get it done, or you a dumper. You just dump everything just so you don't have nothing to do. My God, I'm talking to somebody here. And you've been dumping things on people. You've been clinging to stuff, trying to make it right, and it's been taking you forever to get it done. Or you just dumping so you don't have to take the responsibility to do it, because if it doesn't end up the way you do it, now you can shift the rate, shift the response. Some of you got bosses that are dumpers. Some of you got bosses that are clingers. And the dumper ones will dump everything on you and expect you to do it the best way you can, and you're not even qualified to do it. I'm here to tell you, when God is putting you in position, don't you dare be a clinger. Don't you be a dumper. Yeah, you might want it done a right way, but why don't you train someone to do it the way you like it done, and stop dumping all of your mess on people? Pastor, you are teaching in here today. This is good, y'all. This is good. How do you, Lord have mercy, this is really good. How do you find the right standard for delegation? When is it right to hand something off? And when is it right to hold on to it? Here's the guidelines I use. If someone else can do a task I'm doing 80% as well as I do, then I hand it off. That's pretty darn good. And if I do a good job of motivating and encouraging and rewarding them, then they will only get better. I think I've been doing that for a while and didn't realize that's what I've been doing. I've learned to see the gifts in people and what they can do. I'm not just telling you, assigning you to a task. I learned to how to see and have a level of discernment of people and what they are good at, or what they can accomplish, or what they can become. I'll share that is with one of the program director for our Leading by Feeding program. I seen what she was able to accomplish. I seen her drive. I seen what she was able to do when others didn't want to do it, and was able to do it well. May not have been perfect, may not have crossed all the T's or dotted all the I's. I'm here to tell you, once you see what a person can do and you feel that they can get up to that point, you can motivate them, as John has said, to the next level. I'm telling you, learning how to delegate up to the next level is critical, because you are only going to be able to go as far as you if you don't have other people connected to you. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Listen to this. Listen to this. And if I do a good job of motivating, encouraging, and rewarding them, then they will only get better. I've handed off responsibilities using that standard. And after a while, the person who's taking on the job has gone on to do it better than I could. When that happens, it's very rewarding. Today, I'm surrounded by people on my team who do things much better than I can. I love that. They can make up the difference in my weak areas, and they exceed my expectation in others. Here we go. I'm challenging you. Listen, You got to start surrounding yourself with people that may do things better than you and you not be intimidated. Why are we always intimidated by people that may be able to do things a little bit better than us? Doesn't that make our job a little bit easier? Won't that allow us to extend ourselves into other areas that we could extend ourselves in, but yet we still holding on to the area that we want to hold on to, and yet we're not allowing ourselves to go any further? Listen, I could do audio, I could do video, I could do all that stuff in the church. I could manage leading by feeding. I could manage collab. I could do all of that, but that would be crazy for me to try to do. That's what you would call counterproductive, because now I'm not able to exceed where I know I'm gifted. If I was trying to do all that, I would not be able to do the morning motivations that I'm doing, because I've freed myself. Shatta. I freed myself from doing all of those things so I could focus on the one area that I'm seeing the best results in, and that's in teaching. I'm seeing it because I freed myself up. I'm not trying to be all things to all things to all the things that we have going on. I'm not trying to run the mentoring program. I'm not trying to run leading by feeding. I'm not trying to run collaborative healing. I'm not trying to run it. I just want to be in a position to do what God called me to do, and then empower. Somebody type in empower. Empower your team. Empower the people that are closest to you. Give them some responsibility. Show them how to do this. Let them make some mistakes. Let them be successful. And then you will see how your team, how your mission, how your vision will grow when you have your team. Yeah, that's real good. That's real good. That's real good. Let's look at this. That's really good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at this. That's really good. Look at this. Look what God is showing me. Look at what John says. They lift me to a level higher than I could ever attain myself. And they allow me to live out my priorities. And I just said that. I'm able to live out my priorities now because God has shown me how to put together this team. The advice of management expert Peter Drucker is true. No executive has ever suffered because his subordinates were strong and effective. Wow. You got to get some strong people in your corner. You got to get people that are not emotionally driven, that ain't get caught up in their feelings. You have to have some strong and effective people in your corner that know how to get the job done the way you want the job done. That's good. I'm always looking to recruit strong and effective. Do you have your eye out on persons that are strong and effective that may be able to help you get your vision off the ground? No. You know why? Because you want to keep it to yourself. Okay, let me keep going. 77. Page 77, number 5. Invest in the right people daily. Wow, this is good. Woo, this is good. There's one more area I want to address in the area of priorities, and that's the need to prioritize how we spend time with people. My friend Waylon Moore has observed that often we spend priority time with problem people when we should be spending it with potential people. You ain't got to worry about me. I've learned that. I've learned that. First of all, if I'm spending that much time with someone that we dealt a problem or a project, then that person obviously does not need to be on my team at this time. They don't deserve my time at this time, because I'm not saying that I'm better than them, but right now I don't have time for that. So I've learned over the years to spend time with people that have the potential versus the problem. Wow. My God. I see it, how effective it works. if you always dealing with them people that are chirping at you, or talking about this, or not even solving problems but causing more problems than they solve, then that's your fault. You're giving them more priority or more time. I'm here to tell you, those type of individuals do not deserve your time unless they want to improve, unless they want to solve their problems. But many of the times, they are the ones that are causing the problems. I'm focused on individuals that want to achieve, that want to be effective, that have the potential, that are saying, Pastor, I want more. I want to learn more. They may not be coming up to me and telling me, but I can see it in their hunger. They showing up when they don't even have to. Y'all not talking to me. They showing up even when they don't have to show up. They're listening. They're writing things down. I'm talking to somebody. I'm looking at their mannerisms. I'm looking how they study, how they read. I'm looking at their attendance. I'm looking at all of that, because those are the ones that I'm going to invest my time in. You know what you've done? You've invested your time in the wrong people. That is your main problem. I'm talking to you right now. I'm telling you, this book is powerful. You have invested your time in the wrong people, and they have stolen valuable time that you cannot get back. So therefore, what you need to do is make an adjustment to invest your time in the people that literally are like-minded, that are going in your direction. Why are you fussing and fighting and arguing with people all the time? Why are you doing it? That fussing, fighting, arguing, all of that is waste. Listen to what I'm telling you, is wasting time. And I'm not wasting the time any longer. I don't do it. I got too much to do. Let's keep it going. Here we go. How do you decide whom to spend time with? Certainly you want to treat everyone with respect and try to have a good, positive relationship with everyone, but you should not spend time with everyone equally. My God. It sounds callous, it sounds hard, but it's the truth. Here's what I use to evaluate what to invest my time. Value to the team. How much value do that individual bring to the team? Natural ability, responsibility, timing, potential, and mentoring fit. Very good. I'm going to repeat it again. How much value do they bring to the team? This is what I'm sharing. What kind of natural ability do they have? Do they have the ability to type? Do they work well with computers? Do they have good customer service skills? Do they have good telephone skills? Do they have good customer service? All of those things are natural abilities. And I'm willing to invest my time in people that have natural ability. Responsibility. Are they responsible? Do they do what they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it? All of those things. What I do is I give people little tasks to see how well they perform, to see if they are responsible. Then I can discern what their natural ability is, and I can discern how valuable they will be to the team. Okay. Then the timing. Do they fit at this moment? Do their skills match what I need in this time? Oh God, y'all gotta, I'm telling you, it's a skill to this that you have to acquire. Does their skill match what I need in this time? Their skill may match what I need in the future, but does it match what I need right now? Potential. Do you see the potential? Do you see it? Do you see the energy that they're giving off? I mean, do they come in positive energy? Do they come in smiling? Or do they come in complaining, murmuring? Do they cause strife? Or do they come in excited with enthusiasm, really ready to do whatever needs to be done? I'm talking about potential. And are they a good mentoring fit? That's good, y'all. This is good. I'm telling you. The person I currently most enjoying mentoring is Kevin Small, the president of Enjoy, one of my companies. His talent is huge. His potential is limitless. No one impacts a team the way he does. He is already one of the finest young executives in the country at the age of 32. All of that reaps value to the team, natural ability, responsibility, timing, potential, and natural fit. I can't wait to see how he develops over the next decade. Investing in the right people daily. All right. Reflecting on priorities. I'm on page 77. I'm grateful that I learned to prioritize my life and my career. No decision I made has had a great impact, has had as great an impact on my life and career. Here's how. In my 20s, my priorities took away the guilt of not doing everything. In my 30s, my priorities helped me separate my strength from my weakness. This is so true. In my 40s, my priorities gave me a high return on my work. God, this is so true. In my 50s, my priorities allowed me to staff according to my weakness. Y'all, I'm just telling you, this, he is so on point, because I remember what I was doing in my 20s and my 30s. In my 30s, I started separating myself from the pack. I was in the loan officer career field, but I love doing ministry. I love doing ministry. And I know I had a lot of ministry contemporaries, but I started separating myself, not as a competition, but I wanted everything Bishop Debenham had. I wanted his discipline. I wanted his tenacity. I wanted his fire, his vigor. So I stayed as close to him as possible. I discovered my strengths. I discovered my weaknesses. And then in my 40s, I decided, to focus on those things that will bear me the most fruit. I was teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching. I stopped doing all the other things that didn't render me fruit. All I kept doing at Morning Star was teach, and teach. And now I'm seeing the result. Now I still need other things done in the church or in other ministries and other companies, but I staff according to what I need done, so I can focus on the things that I bear fruit in. Y'all are not helping me in here. You need to make sure you discover what bears the most fruit in your life, and then separate yourself from the pack. Believe me, they're not going to receive it very well in a lot of instances, but you need to separate yourself from the pack. Yeah, it works, because then you're going to start working on those things that bear the most fruit. Good. Thank you, John. If you want to increase your focus and become effective on a level you've never experienced before, then make a decision to prioritize your life and manage the discipline of priorities every day. Type in there, y'all, again, manage the discipline of priorities daily. Thank you, John. Okay. He's going to give us some, I think we got a story coming up here. We're on page 78. Children are her priority. Anytime people reach the highest level in their profession, you can be sure that priorities have been very important to them. That was certainly the case with Betsy Rogers, a teacher in Leeds, Alabama, who became the 2003 National Teacher of the Year. Rogers can't remember a time when she didn't want to be a teacher. It was in her blood and in her family. Her grandmother taught in rural Alabama, beginning with her when she was only 16 years old. Both her grandmother's sister followed her into the profession, and Rogers' mother taught Sunday school for 50 years. So when she went off to college, she naturally studied to become a teacher too. Now that says a lot. You know what that says? Somebody decided to establish a legacy. I need somebody on here today. I need you to understand that God is positioning you to begin to start a legacy. We didn't have too many of those growing up. I'm trying to tell you, because my father and my grandfather were alcoholics. That was not a legacy that I was following. Both of my grandfathers were alcoholics. Both of them died too soon. So the men that were closest to me died soon than what they were supposed to, which did not leave a legacy. I know they may have worked hard when they were sober, but they didn't. But now God is challenging me to begin to leave a legacy where my sons, even my daughter, my grandchildren, and their children will be able to see what their grandfather is able to do or has done. What are you doing now to leave a legacy? My God, what task are you performing? Or are you just going to wait to retire, get some retirement, go on these vacations, go on these cruises, do all this vacation, but you ain't leave nothing for nobody to gravitate to? You haven't left nothing for any, because you know when you die, your pension goes with you. Are you leaving anything for them to grab hold of? Are you being in? What kind of motivation are you leaving them so they can grow into it? You got to think about it. Did anybody in your family leave a legacy? I'm venturing to say not many. I'm not going to say not all, but not many. Because unfortunately, we only focused on ourselves. You have to put together something. You got to put together a string of wins, and then you got to get into a path where somebody can be. Can you be a trailblazer in this season? Can you blaze out a trail so somebody can come behind you and not have to work as hard as you did? Wow, Duckett, you teaching in here. You teaching. We got to blaze a trail. This woman had teachers on top of teachers on top of teachers in her family. So it was a natural progression, a natural transition for her to transition into becoming a teacher and ultimately become a National Teacher of the Year. Yo, we got to listen. Somebody type in there. We got to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better. We got to prioritize. We got to teach our family. We got to teach our children how to manage their priorities. We got to teach them how to listen. Go in the area, stay in their strength zones. We got to show them how to bear fruit in their areas of strength. We got to show them how to delegate properly. We got to show them how to put together a good team. We got to show them how to manage people, who to spend time with. We have to show them by demonstrating. Stop preaching to people. Stop telling your children to do something that you are not doing. This is a good one. John Maxwell has erupted something in my life, and it is powerful. Good God Almighty. Here we go. She said, I wanted to change the world for them. You know, that's my goal. I want to change the world through ministry, through kingdom expansion. I don't know how God is going to do it, but I know he's going to help me to do it. I want to change the world through kingdom expansion. Not just a pastor. I'm talking about a global pastor. I'm talking about on global scale. I'm talking about every country that we can fly into. I want to be able to change the world on a global scale. That's my goal. That's my vision. And I'm recruiting teams. I'm recruiting people. I'm recruiting everybody that's willing to go. And not just so you can help me. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I don't think many of y'all know this. But God told me that for the people that are helping my dream come true, I'm going to help their dream come true. Boom. What is your vision for your life? If we connect, maybe, just maybe, I can help you to fulfill. I can't do it, but I can put you in the right direction to help your dream come true. That's good. That's good. She said, I wanted to change the world for them, says Risers. It took me several years to realize I could not change the world in which my students live, but by understanding the school was the best place for some of the children, I became committed to making my classroom a place where students feel safe, as well as creating an environment that provides joy to those with unfortunate lives. This is a powerful story, and I know it's more to come. Listen, the 30 minutes is already up. My gosh, I know you got something out of it. You better make sure that you process what we just discussed tonight, because today matters. What you do today is going to affect your tomorrow, and it's going to affect everybody connected to you. I'm here to tell you, everyone connected to you is benefiting from the fact that you sitting here listening to 30 minutes of this. I guarantee you're not wasting as much time as you did. I guarantee you're not arguing, fussing, and fighting as much as you did. I guarantee you are more focused than you've ever been in your life. And people connected to you are benefit. Listen, I am your host, Dr. Dante, and you have been listening to another episode of Morning Motivation Evening Edition. Listen, see you tomorrow morning at 7:30, where we have our another session of Morning Motivation, the morning edition. And then I'll be right back here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for the Morning Motivation Evening Edition. Listen, I'm out. God bless. Have a great day. See you tomorrow morning.